diploma colleges train technicians. So you are being trained as leaders. It is a very bad thing and embarrassing for you to be posted somewhere as a leader, and the people you are supposed to lead discover you know nothing. Therefore, do not embarrass Jesus by failing to minister one-on-one. One-on-one. Because this person will ask specific questions and you'll address specific questions. You'll deal with this person specifically, mundu ku mundu, one-on-one. Now, so when you are in a group and you want to minister, that the people you are working with agree with your intention to minister. Some of them will be a stumbling block. So if you know there will be a stumbling block, leave them with something that will make them go away so that you remain alone. So this Jesus meets a Samaritan woman at the well at midday. Women generally go, it has always been known. But this woman who went at midday, when you read the whole story, you'll notice that Jesus reveals to her that she has had 5 husbands. And even the one that she's staying with is not her husband. And you know, when Jesus said, go and call your husband, he says, I don't have a husband. Meaning even prostitutes speak the truth. And who are staying in their house, they know, this is not mine. But I'm mnyang'anya. So she was a husband snatcher. And therefore, she went for water at an odd hour because she did not want to meet women whose husbands she had snatched. You have never seen a woman whose husband has been snatched confronting the snatcher. You will not want to be there to listen to the verbal diarrhea that will be spewed out of that woman's mouth. She will make sure she fills the ears of the snatcher with the torrent of words. Women rarely fight physically. Those who go to the extent of fighting physically should not call themselves women. Women fight verbally. You need to know, because you'll meet them at your places of work. Here, all of us are Muslim members, therefore we are Adventist, or at least some of us preach. But when you go to a place of work, like in a school, if you are a teacher, you will meet people who are not Adventists and who are unapologetic about that, and who will tell you, mimi si Mkristo na sitaki kuwa Mkristo na nimekubali kwenda motoni. They will tell you. Will work with people who take alcohol. People, there will be parties at that place. Shule imeperform vizuri, mnaenda party. If most parties are there on Sabbath, but if they discover that you are a good teacher and they want to conduct parties so that you enjoy, they'll put it on another day, probably tarehe moja ambayo ni Wednesday. Alafu said utakuwa na excuse, alafu utaenda huko. You will see your boss taking alcohol and some ladies you work with drunk and they start dancing. My friend, it will be very embarrassing. Don't go to those places. I never ever went to those places. Hata kama watagawa pesa, wao wanagawa pesa huko, wache wakule hizo pesa. But what I'm saying is that you will meet people who don't worship God. And you'll find you are the only Adventist there. You will realize that you have to use crass method. So a quarrel. But what I was saying is this: Jesus planned to meet the Samaritan woman. He wanted to minister to her. And so, he uses the immediate context to pick up a discussion with her. When you know that you are a minister, all of you are ministers, and those who will be teaching, that's your mission station. Accountant, that office is your mission station. People will be coming to beg for money. Those are the people you are ministering to. In as much as it is said that accounting is not a normative subject. In other words, accounting in itself doesn't know anything about God, doesn't have sympathy, it deals with the rules. But remember, you are a minister. And therefore, do not. There is these Pentecostals who, when it came to schools, it became known as CU. It was not always there. I've seen CU start in filtration schools in 80s, middle 80s and late 80s. That's when CU started. And then those people who left school went out and started these Pentecostal movements. They have specific names, Class Celebration Center, these specific ministries. They started in schools. So, I remember when I was in college, and those people were very zealous. They wanted to preach. So they would wait, college students, wakati wamesimama njiani wapi uwanjani na Biblia. So when you are just passing, hello brother, may I talk to you? Are you saved? And they attack you immediately. And you pick a discussion and you quarrel and they curse you. Yani, they must force you to accept. So I didn't like their method. We should not use that method where our approach makes the person to repel against you, to repel you. It's not be repulsive. Look at how Jesus begins. Tafadhali mama nisaidie maji. In other words, look, be relevant environmentally, contextually. For example, when I was coming in Matatu, we reached Malava Forest, and I was sitting in front, and the Matatu stopped just before we started climbing the hill. Fuel imeisha. Fuel imeisha. Unajua vile watu wameanza kupanga laini kwa fuel, and I'm supposed to preach here, nikaona we are in trouble. So nikauliza driver, what are you going to do? Utatuma conductor achukue pikipiki aende? Akasema tuko na spare. Na nikaona conductor na mafuta kwa chupa anamwaga. So nikamwambia, hey bwana, you are like the 5 wise virgins in the Bible. Wenye walibeba mafuta spare na wengine wajinga wako na mafuta. You can see that, and he was interested in that. So, if you are sensitive to the fact that anytime God can call you to minister, you will not scratch your head. What can I tell? What can I? This is an opportunity. No. It just comes automatically, and you grab it. It can be on food. It can be on anything, and you connect it in a very nice way with the Bible. And you find the person is interested, and you start discussing. So this is what Jesus does. This idea maji tafadhali. And after they have talked, the story inadvertently slips into an embarrassing private life of the woman. In other words, you cannot hide your life. everyone. You'll be talking with somebody, and then utashtuka amekuuliza na wewe ulisoma wapi? And you want to forget about most. Unaona, by the time you discover it's embarrassing you umesema. But Samaritan woman, you will also wriggle out. So when she deflect the subject under discussion, Jesus tactfully used the new subject to minister to her. That's when Jesus utters those powerful words. Get angry if somebody decides to slip through your finger. The ground where he will go, you will comfortably land there and you move. And eventually you'll go back to the same discussion that you are having. Do not always be in a hurry and to imagine that if I don't tell her about Jesus today and the thing I want, I may never get the opportunity. No, relax. It's God to provide the opportunity. But you will always find that person. Now, I want to give a small background here for those who may not have had the time to look at that background. But the background is just send Jesus Christ. I'm not talking about the whole thing. Discussion with this lady about the words that we are talking about in verse 24. Mount Gerizim was the mountain where the Samaritans had built a temple for worship. And of course, all of you, I hope, know that Samaritans were generally, but others who felt that it's only their mothers who are Israelites never came back. So those who came back struggled also to get connected to Abraham. But the Jews who were not of mixed blood discriminated against them and called them Samaritans. You are not Jews. Now the Jews, the southern kingdom exile from 605 BC. But because they had learned what happened with the other northern kingdom, they were careful to preserve themselves. That's when they came up with the